good evening, and we're on day 4 of the 48th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic, live from York High School in Elmhurst, Illinois. My name is Charlie Specht.
And I'm Brian Grant. Today's matchup, we have the Lemont Hornets going against Glenbrook South. Got here a little late, had a little bit of technical difficulties, but just missed the first minute. Nothing happened. Score is still 0-0.
Yeah, and Brian, to talk a little about this Glenbrook South team, as that's going to be number 5, Rokas Castillo. We'll get to him and his twin brother in just a second, but this Glenbrook South team, 9-3 on the year. Some pretty big wins. Defeated the host York by a large margin, 30 points. Took Rolling Meadows not quite to the wire, but dominated them early yesterday in the quarterfinal game, but have ended up here against a Lemont team that fell to Bolingbrook.
Yeah, and while this game doesn't mean anything except for being put on the team's records, I think we're still in for a very, very good watch.
Yeah, definitely two of the better teams in this tournament. You know, a few more shots have gone their way, and they'd be playing to get a trip to the Jack Tosh final. Another 3. Won't go, and Glenbrook South to push the ball. That's going to be number 15, Rodell Davis Jr. running the point for the Titans. Oh, quick steal. That's Modest Castillo. Finishes at the rim. Great effort by number 31.
Both
Gavin
twin
Marr.
guards don't sub out basically at all. And on day 4, playing 4 games in a row, see how it takes a toll on their body. See if they take a few more breaks this game.
Oh, great crossover right there. He's going to kick to the corner. That's going to be a foul on number 5, Rokas Castillo. Lemont up 3 early. Tough little turnaround shot right there. That's number 4, Nick Taylor, listed at 6'7".
It's a big boy.
That's big. That's no joke. I don't know if he, at least from the floor, not sure if he looks fully the part of 6'7", but sometimes hard to tell. Brother to brother. His second 3 of the game. That's number 5, Rokas Castillo.
All 8 points scored from the 2 twin brothers.
And that's not a shock, Brian. They dominate the stat sheet for the Hornets. Oh, great little fake there. And that's going to be number 23, Anistis Hadjis Mulu.
What a name.
Yeah, that's tough. Luckily, a pronunciation for us on the sheet. Oh, thought he might take another 3 there. He's going to lose control, but we are going to get a block call. The Castillo brothers looking to take control early already. Both seniors, and Lemont coming into this tournament 10-0. Suffered their first loss last night against Bolingbrook. Game that came down to the wire, but Bolingbrook prevailed. They'll take on Rolling Meadows, one of the favorites in this tournament, later tonight for a chance to play for a Jack Tosh championship and be immortalized on that whiteboard in the Campbell Gym. We'd like to thank all 34 viewers right now for tuning in. Much appreciated.
Goes to Matas Castillo. Rokas to Matas. Lemont holding on to an early 8-0 lead. That three-point shot was no good. Borchers steals it back. So Lemont's going to keep possession down here, but that pass is thrown away from Ryan Runez. And a good finish in transition. It's Nick Taylor for Glenbrook South.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Had some technical difficulties with the camera.
Luckily, the ball stayed down on Lemont's offensive side most of the time.
That's number 5 again. Rokas Castillo. 9 points early on 3 threes. Both teams that can definitely compete for a Jack Tosh championship, so a little bit of a treat here getting to watch this in the South Gym. Matas, spin move. Oh, great finish.
Great move to get inside. Tough finish.
Of course, you think this Lemont team playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. First loss again of the season last night to Bolingbrook.
Interesting. The referee made.
Brian, do you want to explain a little bit what we just heard from that ref? Something new.
So Noah Tomaras had a headband on, and he was going to take a three here. Hits the top of the backboard, so it's going out of bounds. He was inbounding the ball, had a Nike headband on, and the referee told him he can't have that, so he needs to take it off.
And I think it was actually because he said it has to match the color of his jersey.
It's interesting. I did not know.
Did not know that was a rule. We actually have a basketball player with us right now for the York High School basketball team. Adam Hardick. Adam, you can talk into Brian's mic. Adam, he was told to take off his headband because it didn't match the color of his jersey. Is that something you've encountered? I know you've worn a headband sometimes.
Absolutely. Some refs can be more sticklers about it. If it doesn't completely match the jersey or everyone else has to wear it, they will make you change it. Some of these refs out here are very cautious to the rules. They will make you change stuff like that.
But that is a rule.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Was not aware of that. Interesting.
Neither did I, and it's very interesting because we saw last year Adam Hardick wore his black headband.
He did have to flip it around sometimes, though.
Sometimes he did have to flip around the headband.
That's
That
true.
he wore last year. He doesn't wear it anymore.
Great find right there. Cuts the lead to 5 for Lemont.
It's Nick Taylor once again. Final 40 seconds.
Lemont holding for last shot here. 5-point lead. Oh. There's Rokas Castillo. Matas, sorry, goodness. I knew it was going to happen at some point. At the end of the first, Lemont leads Glenbrook South 15-10. Rather high-scoring first quarter in comparison to some in this tournament, but
Yep. We are getting clarification now from the referee that it was indeed.
Oh.
Ooh. Sass from the crowd here. He did have to take off the headband because it did not match the color of the jersey.
That was a little uncomfortable being right here, but I'm not gonna lie.
Chili, do you play Wordle today?
No, I don't actually haven't played the Wordle in a long time. I haven't played Wordle in a minute, Brian. Haven't done it. Have you done it today?
I did. I did do it today. I got it in 5. I don't want to give it away to anybody that hasn't done it today, but it's a little bit of a toughie.
That is a tough one. That third letter's tough.
So there's your hint. If any viewer would like to play Wordle, third letter is tough.
And that's a name you're going to see frequently for this Lemont team. Connor Murray did not start the game, but started all tournament. And Glenbrook South smokes the fast break layup. All right, I'm still a little bit shaken up by that halftime incident. Headband
Mania.
Headband mania here in the South Gym at York. Oh, and this microphone stand extends in height. I didn't know that.
By the way, if you guys make a Chipotle account, they will text you 3 different times. Maybe just once. Reply Y to receive marketing messages from Chipotle. I'm not going to do that.
Glenbrook South in the corner. Back up to reset. Lemont sticking with this man-to-man defense. And they'll force a turnover here. Errant pass by Glenbrook South. 5-point lead here for Lemont. Oh, and tossed away right there. Almost a tough finish, but no, he'll draw the foul. And they'll go to the line for 2 shots. .650 left in the second quarter. Oh, that's new to me. A little clap after a free throw goes in. Haven't heard that one yet. Two claps.
Stomp after.
2 claps, 2 stomps. That's cute. I like that.
It's going to stay down here.
Here's one of the Castillos to the other.
This is Matas.
To Rokas. 11 points so far for Rokas. All points coming from the brothers still. Oh. Finds the big man in the corner. Too short. Rebound Glenbrook South, and here come the Titans.
Gotten off to a slow start here in the second quarter.
Oh!
And 1.
Great play right there. That's number 4, Nick Taylor. We said him before.
He's up to double digits with 10 now. 10 of, should be the team's 14. There we go. Changes on the scoreboard here in the South Gym.
Yeah, Nick, only a junior.
He's got 2. Charlie and I talked about this earlier before in the Conant game. Nick Taylor's got 2 ankle braces on. 1 for each ankle.
Yeah, clearly struggling with ankle injuries, this Glenbrook South team. Also number 31, Gavin Marr. with an ankle brace, so clearly been an issue before. Great pass right there. That's Murray to Castillo. Boop. Connects.
Bam.
18-15 Lemont. They broke the tie rather fast. Both teams playing high levels of basketball.
Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop boom. Pow.
And after that great word by Brian, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Today's stream is sponsored by the following Elmer small businesses. Kelly Stetler of Compass Realty, Elmer's Camera, which is located on Spring Road, and finally the Sutter Law Group. YSN just wants to thank all of our amazing sponsors, including the boosters that donate to the athletic programs. Just everybody. They do, so many people do so much, not only YSN and Jack Tosh, but the school as a whole. And me and Brian just want to send out a big thanks. It'll be Glenbrook South basketball here. 5:25 left in the second quarter. Oh, touchdown pass. Woo! That's a great find right there.
It was indeed a touchdown pass.
Murray has trouble with it. That's going to be Glenbrook South basketball. Yeah, no shot there.
Yeah, we saw that one clearly from our angle. Hit off Connor Murray. He's going to go take a seat. Step back. Mid-range. Won't go. Rebound Matas. Trying to find a pass. Tipped away and out of bounds.
And that's Rocas Castillo. He'll check back in for the Hornets. Matas. Pass out, a name I haven't seen often for Lemont. That's number 22, Tasso Mikrolis in the game. Oh, deep three. Can't go. Matas tried to draw the foul there, but position is his brother, Rocas.
Won't go again.
And Glenbrook South right in transition. Fast pace these last few possessions. Tough finish for the and one. Great finish there, and Glenbrook South in the lead.
Charlie, did that parent take the headband?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Guessing
headband's
it's his
on.
dad.
I would assume so.
He was not a fan of the ruling of the official. Thought it was a weird rule to enforce, but
Certainly a strange rule, you know, but all about etiquette. High school sports in Illinois, so gotta respect it. Just enforcing the rules he was given.
he's doing his job.
Yeah. Too long.
From deep in the corner.
Yeah, it's hard to tell some of these lines.
Oh, it just barely goes out.
Not sure how that didn't go in. That was about the softest bounce on the rim, but somehow still too strong. Oh, great move right there by Castillo. Whoop.
Brothers still have all 20 of Lemont's points. Will we see another point scorer?
That's a great finish there. Gavin Mars said his name a few times. First time getting to watch this Glenbrook South team. He's really impressive.
Yeah.
Finishes at the rim really well.
Also interested to see what Lemont does substitution-wise. Rojas and Montas have yet to take a seat. And I doubt they ever will.
Well, great job to avoid the charge call. Oh, wow.
Wow, that was an enthusiastic blocking call.
Didn't look like there was any foul there at all, in my opinion. Seems like Adam Hardick, our local basketball player, agrees. Nevertheless, he'll go to the line. Chance to grow his points scored to 13. And every time I've said that in this tournament, they've missed.
It's been that sort of day for you, Charlie, where everything you say is just hurtful to the team you're complimenting or talking about.
Yeah, and if you've heard me and Brian on a call today, that must mean you've probably watched a blowout.
Most likely.
Most likely watched a blowout, so we're sorry we couldn't give you a more competitive game.
This is a good game.
This is a good game so far. Something we wanted,
It's a really good game.
in the other gym, Lions Township. From last time I checked, beating an undefeated in Illinois St. Ignatius team as Castillo gets a steal there.
Oh,
He could have. But he could
went
have.
up
But
soft.
doesn't seem like something those brothers would want to do. Just get the points on the board, and Mattis's brother will check out. So
Ooh.
he's the only player right now on the floor
Interesting.
for Lemont with any points. Interesting. Beecham will check out for number 2. Ryan Runas. It's the York Dukes coaching staff. Sits down next to me. Always great to see them. That's going to be a miss. Says his name a lot. Gavin Marr. Done pretty well so far, but can't connect there. Here's Castillo. Castillo, someone falls. Runas. No, and almost going into half. The Castillo brothers, the only point scorers for this Hornets team. They came into this tournament 10-0. Currently sitting at 12-1. Quick three. No, won't go. Great offensive rebound by the Titans. Down to 1:10 on the clock. There's Marr. Long sleeves. You know he's hot. Murray picks him up. Marr to the corner. Quick three. In and out. Murray the rebound. He finds Castillo early. 48 seconds left. Lemont can hold for the last shot here.
And as they wind the clock down, in case you missed it, Lions Township was able to top St. Ignatius 66-47 in the semifinals. So Lions will go on to play in the Jack Tosh championship game tomorrow night. St. Ignatius will play in the third place game against the loser of Bolingbrook versus Rolling Meadows.
Me and Brian will be on the call for that game, so
Third place game, that is.
if you like the sound of our voices, now you tune into some of our earlier games today, probably a little bit more energetic. We've been here since 8:15 in the morning. It's currently 8 o'clock. No, we are not getting paid because we just love working for YSN.
It's the love of the game.
Yeah, truly. Will it go to a Castillo? It will.
Of course it will.
To his brother. Chucks it up. No. Looked like he might have tried to draw the foul, but Lemont, a 1-point lead going into the half. Impressive performance by both teams. A really, really tight game. Something I think we expected. 2 evenly matched programs. But not watching Glenbrook South, I'm already impressed early.
Yeah. Able to keep this close. I think it is still very interesting. Both Castillo brothers. Only 2-point scorers in the first half, combining 11 and 12 respectively for 23 points. Very close game so far.
Yeah, no shock the Castillo twins are the scorers for this Lemont team. They've done it all year. Them two, probably the largest reason they came into this tournament undefeated. Of course, their toughest matchup of the year in Bolingbrook, they fall to them, but could expect some great second half basketball here in the South Gym at York. But before me and Brian put the mics down and get a quick little nap, we just want to let you know that today's York Sports Network stream is sponsored by the following Elmhurst small businesses: Kelly Stetler of Compass Realty, Elmhurst Camera, which is located on Spring Road, and it's family owned and community loved. It's been there my entire life. And finally, the Sutter Law Group for all your personal injury and defense litigation. YSN wants to extend a big thank you to all three of our sponsors. They make great streams like this and ones you've watched throughout the entire tournament possible. I'm Charlie Specht. I'm joined with Brian Grant. We'll be back in 8 minutes. Lemont leads Glenbrook South 23-22. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, for some second half Jack Tosh action. The Lemont Hornets lead the Glenbrook South Titans.
23-22.
Again, this Glenbrook South team comes in with only 3 losses against, of course, a team in the semifinals now, the Jack Tosh Rolling Meadows. They'll take on Bolingbrook tonight. A good New Trier team in Evanston earlier in the year, so the losses, some of the losses make sense, but big 3 there by Glenbrook South. And they go up 2. Castillo tried to find his brother. Stolen away. Oh, head rolled around the rim. Looked like it might have been a chance for a 3-point play, but that'll just be 2 shots at the line.
Good play there from Josh Wolf to intercept that pass after knocking down the 3.
First one good.
Dallas Cowboys lead the Tennessee Titans 10-0 currently on Thursday Night Football.
Always a good day when Dallas loses, but Tennessee, of course, without Derrick Henry.
Dallas Cowboys without Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Doesn't change their offense that much.
Oh, here's Castillo. Nothing. Oh, but stolen away by his brother. Almost a tough finish. Gets it back and 1. My goodness. And that's going to be number 5, Rokas. Practicing his form a little bit after the play's over.
Yeah, I've seen him do that a couple of times throughout this tournament after missing some shots.
Interesting.
Ooh, doesn't go.
Oh.
Look at this Castillo brothers getting dirty and on the floor.
Wow, that's a
The
great
ball.
That's a great play right there. Still trailing Glenbrook South by 2 here. That's going to be a travel. Glenbrook South basketball. Glenbrook South bench. Fun to watch, Brian, to say the least. Oh, I think there might be a travel there. Yeah. That was the right call.
Nobody can drag me down.
Mata to his brother Roca. Still the only 2 scorers in the game for Lemont. Murray loses control. Rokas. Tough finish.
Very nice. He's up to 14. Tie game at 27.
Quick 3.
Bang.
They answer right back. Glenbrook South retakes the lead. They're up by 3.
Bang, bang.
Timeout Lemont.
Bang, bang, bang. So 30-second timeout after that 3-point make. It's a 3-point game. 3-point lead for Glenbrook South.
And a game, looking at this, you'd expect to come down to the wire. Now, I do have to think if Lemont wants to stay in this throughout 4 quarters, I think it's easy to do in a half when you have 2 players playing that well, but you need someone else to step up right now for the Hornets. I think if no one does that, this game can really swing in the Titans' favor quickly. Spring became the
Wow. That is upsetting.
Yeah, tough cutoff right there, but that's some great basketball.
Always in the mood for some sweet Caroline.
There's Murray on the wing. Here's Rokas.
Rokas.
To Murray. Murray, can we get another point scorer? No.
Oh.
Beecham. There it is. There it is, folks. That's right. Someone scored that doesn't have the last name Castillo for Lemont. That's Belieficious, 6'6" center. Don't see centers often listed on rosters, but there it is. Hinsdale South and Lemont forming a pact in the gym right now. Oh.
Ooh. I was confused on who was doing that defense call.
Yeah, some of the Hinsdale South players are still here. Actually, not sure when they played, but they're in the South Gym watching the game. That's a 3 for Glenbrook South.
They already played.
They did play. Oh, they did already play. I'm just not sure when.
Yeah. Not sure who they played either.
And Glenbrook South's bench dominating the defense chant here. Oh. Block. Some fun jarring going on in here. But a blocking call, and that'll put Matas.
Charlie,
Castillo to the
if
line.
you were put on the spot to sing karaoke, what's your go-to song?
I think American Pie would
Okay.
be what my go-to song. It's long. I think it's
Okay.
impressive to know that whole song, and I do. So
Interesting right there.
I can sing over Don McLean really easily. First one does not connect for Matas. And this will be the last game played in the South Gym for this year's Jack Tosh tournament. Haven't watched a basketball game in here, so this is exciting. It's a fun gym to play in. Of course, the Dukes of York usually playing in the Campbell Gym. This one's a lot of fun. Is some discrepancies between Coach Phil Ralston and the referee. Had a little bit of trouble with the headband earlier.
They're flustered because of that headband.
They're arguing about something.
A loud defense chant from behind us.
Lemont needs to get a little bit louder. I mean, these Hinsdale South players are their biggest supporters right now. Nonetheless,
They're doing all the work.
Glenbrook South gets to the hoop. Gavin Marr finishes for the Titans. Again, Glenbrook South's bench erupts. Oh!
Step back.
Bang, bang. Oh, hello. Hello. Rokas Castillo. Me oh my.
Bang, bang.
Puts Lemont back in front. No defense chant yet. Can we expect it? Doesn't seem like it, Brian. Might have been a little bit of a flop there, Brian. I'm not sure. Hard to tell from here.
I think it might have been as well.
Looked a little physical, but and one. It's a big-time finish there. Said his name a few times. Number 31, Gavin Marr, impressed me the most so far for this Glenbrook South team.
Knocks it down. Gives the Titans a 2-point lead. Nice finish.
Just for those who aren't aware, this is not a semifinal game. Both of these teams lost in the quarterfinals. So both teams done no matter what after this game. Couldn't connect. That's Marr. And Lemont basketball. Locked at 35 here with 1:45 left in the third quarter.
It's been a tough, tight game all day long.
Yeah, Glenbrook South currently 1 deep into their bench. Lemont 6 deep into their bench. Lemont, not a team that usually goes deep into their bench, so interesting to look at. Oh my, oh my. That was a nice finish right there. Number 2, Ryan Runas, started the game. Doesn't usually start for Lemont, but he started today. Oh, taken away by Castillo. Oh, looked like he was going to be out on the break, but that's going to be a foul on Glenbrook South. Murray to inbound, and checking into the game is going to be number 15, Rodell Davis Jr.
Yeah, Gavin Marr's going to have to go take a seat. He's in foul trouble. He's got 4.
Wow, I didn't realize that. Wow, that's...
It's very interesting now in how the Titans want to go about playing him, because he's been a big help for this Titans team.
Castillo can't connect. He's really tried to draw the foul after every shot.
Yeah.
And visibly frustrated.
He's gonna go take a seat now.
And that's number 4, Nick Taylor. Checking with the ref to make sure he didn't do anything wrong there. Didn't seem like it. It was a good contest. But Lemont with a 2-point lead.
Nice move. Ooh.
Taylor with a flex.
That was tough.
1 shot. It's a big man play right there. And this Glenbrook South team, I said earlier, faced off with the host York early in the year. York falling by 30. But the Dukes, 20-point win today against St. Patrick. One of the better teams in the CCL this year, so hometown Dukes on the come up here late in the season.
Yes, of course.
Here's Lemont. We got a great game here in the South Gym. Lemont trails by 1.
Just 20 seconds to go.
And they're going to hold for last shot. Again, for viewers who might be new, no shot clock here at the Jack Tosh, so they can hold it for as long as they want, as long as they dribble before 5 seconds. Wide open 3 in the corner. Did not expect that. Oh, rattles it home. That's number 11. Ooh. Cletus Peskauskas. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. The U's make it a little bit easier. Connects in the corner. Lemont leads by 2, but this game could go either way, Brian. Great performance by both teams, and of course, especially the Castillo brothers. One has 16, one has 17, and they only have 42 points. 7 points unaccounted for. Or 40 points, my apologies. Only 7 points unaccounted for between the two of them. Sweet Caroline's back on.
Touching hands, reaching out.
touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want a good time, we suggest you stop down at Elmer's Camera, located on Spring Road, family owned and community loved. And 2 more of our sponsors, Kelly Stetler of Compass Realty, and finally the Sutter Law Group for all personal injury and defense litigation. We'd like to thank all 3 of our sponsors. They make streams like this possible.
How you doing, sir?
I love it.
Wait, for what?
We've seen some good finishes. I wouldn't be shocked. Speaking of good finishes, could be another one right here. I don't know. We gotta look for it. And here's one of the Castillos. That's Matas to Rokas. Lemont holds a 2-point lead here. Great find. Beecham. Back to Castillo in the corner. Looks like he's going to go to his brother. He will. Castillo. Tough drive to the lane. Finishes with the right.
Finish.
A little bit of a funky finish there. Nonetheless, gets it done. Lamont's lead grows to 4.
Looks like Rokas is a bit shaken up on his right leg.
Yeah, and it was actually the same issue last night. In case you were watching the Bolingbrook game, similar. Here's Marr. Quick 3. Rattles off. Beecham with the rebound. Here comes Castillo.
Beecham gives to Rokas in the corner. Rokas finds his brother, straight back to him.
Here's Rokas. Lemont starting to take their time a little bit.
We saw this, them against Downers Grove South in the 4th quarter. I'm sure all the viewers have heard this every single time in this Lemont game for their tournament. Held the ball for 5 straight minutes in the 4th quarter against Downers Grove South.
Yeah, and of course some frustration on the Glenbrook South bench as I think they realize that's what Lamont's doing right now. And I mean, how well the Castillo twins are able to handle the ball. They can hold it for a long time. Oh, but no, tough floater right there. That's Matas. Marr tried to draw the charge there, couldn't get it done. Timeout Glenbrook South, momentum. Switched in the direction of the Hornets. They lead by 6, and we just like to give another quick shout out to our sponsors. Today's York Sports Network stream is sponsored by the following Elmer small businesses. Kelly Stetler of Compass Realty, Elmer's Camera, which is located on Spring Road, family owned and community loved, and finally the Sutter Law Group for all your personal injury and defense litigation. A big shout out to all of our sponsors. They make streams like this possible. 5:20 left in the 4th. Could come down the wire here. Lemont leads by 6. Castillo brothers, 37 points between the 2 of them.
Touching you, sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Good times never seem so good.
So good, so good, so good. Thank you, Adam. it's always nice seeing other players and coaches, you know, sitting down, watching some other high school basketball.
Yeah, it is a really cool sight to see here.
It's a big, great community of basketball here in Illinois. You know, I'm a football player. I don't get to experience that firsthand. I know Brian doesn't either, and it's been really cool to see here at the Tosh.
Yeah, especially in the hospitality room. A lot of coaches sit down, watch games together, and eat some food, talk about basketball.
Glenbrook South needs to get something on this possession, trailing by 6, only 5 minutes left. Lemont's bench started to become a little bit more rowdy. Glenbrook South's dominated in that category today, no question. Titans feed it inside. Almost lose it, quick three, they need this. Oh, in and out, great rebound and putback, woo! Big time play, Rodell Davis Jr. That was athletic, Brian.
It was a great hustle play by him. Perfect positioning for the offensive rebound and putback layup.
I want to know this Hinsdale South, Glenbrook South story, because there's some signal trash talking coming from the bench over here. It's pretty entertaining. Not sure what the origin of that is, but Murray to Castillo in the corner.
Ooh.
Oh. Looked like Taylor might have poked it away there, but that'll be a foul on the floor. Lemont 2 fouls away from putting Glenbrook South in the bonus. Glenbrook South done a great job from the free throw line today. South Gym has been full of some great games. The only 2 games to go into overtime in the tournament both took place in the South Gym. Wheaton North took down Batavia. And your York Dukes took down Conant. Ooh. And thought you might get an over and back call there, but Glenbrook South able to hold on to it. Blocking call, he'll go to the line for 2. Murray a little bit frustrated. Tough call. I think that could have gone either way, Brian.
Yeah. I was a little interested that there was no over and back call.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, Glenbrook South came up with the ball.
Yeah, I know Glenbrook South kind of controlled it, but it looked like Castillo might have touched it again after it went over the half-court mark.
First one falls.
Lead cut to 3, chance to cut it to 2. Will that curse happen again? No, it won't. It's broken. It's got to be broken. Oh, Beecham gets it slapped away, but it'll remain Lemont basketball. Glenbrook South bench, jarring. Murray finds Beecham, back to Murray.
Getting a little bit louder in this gym.
Castillo, open 3 look. Oh, wow, he's clutch, folks. Frustration on the Glenbrook South bench.
Rocas is up to 22. Him and his brother combined for 40 of the 47 points.
I guess you can't call it an individual performance, but it seems like they kind of play as one person. I mean, they definitely look the part. The only difference, Matas, shorter haircut. I wonder if that's on purpose or not.
Maybe their mom makes them do that.
Maybe just so she can tell them apart, maybe. Oh, almost a chance for an and 1 finish there. The toughest name at this tournament, Anistis Hadjes Mulu, is going to go to the line for 2 shots. And of course, any apologies if I'm still pronouncing that wrong. It's been a long day. Long day.
Just under 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
It's both to go. Glenbrook South been really good from the free throw line. One of the reasons they're in this game. Castillo to Murray to Beecham. To Castillo. Cuts in. Runas to Murray. To look for Lemont to hold the ball here would be entirely possible. They've done it before. Held it for 5 minutes at one point against Downers Grove South. Beecham to Murray to Castillo. Oh, trapped.
Trapped in the corner.
Oh, big timeout call right there for Lemont. Lemont down to 1 timeout now, but definitely a needed call there. 2:18 left in the 4th. We'll be right back after this timeout. Here we go, folks. 2:18 left. Again, neither of these teams will play tomorrow no matter what, but a W on the record. Oh, close call there. Would think his trail foot was over the line. Glenbrook South basketball, much needed turnover there for the Titans.
Especially in a 1-possession game.
Glenbrook South 3, short. It'll stay Titan basketball. Chance here for a really good finish. Timeout Glenbrook South. They have 2 left. My apologies earlier. I said Lemont only had 1 left. They do still have 2 left, so 2 timeouts left for both teams if I'm correct. 1:55 left here in the 4th, and couldn't expect a good finish here. Glenbrook South effective from 3, so.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I mentioned earlier, for Glenbrook South, Gavin Marr has 12 points. I think that's 2nd on the team, but still has 4 fouls. So needs to be careful. 1 more and he's out.
Yeah, and he's definitely been one of the better scorers here for this Glenbrook South team. Taylor leading them in points, but he's done a really, really good job. More of a perimeter shooter than Taylor, and that seems like something Glenbrook South could use a little bit more here down the stretch. Try to feed Marr inside, stolen away by Lemont. Not what the Titans needed there with under 2 minutes to play. Murray to Castillo, trapped, no, breaks it to Murray. To the other Castillo in the corner, not gonna take the open 3 look. Oh my goodness, wow!
What an acrobatic finish.
Oh!
I am in a glass case of emotion.
Oh, little jelly finish right there from Modest Castillo. Lead grows to 5. That's the best layup I've seen so far in this tournament.
Oh, right back the other way with an and 1 layup.
Wow. Glenbrook South seems like they have an answer for every momentum swing Lemont has. Wow. Wow. That's all I have to say about that. One of the better sequences in this tournament. This game's been full of that. And that's someone we said we need to step up, Marr. Cuts the lead to 2. 1 minute 22 seconds left. Lemont certainly good at wasting the clock. Can they do it effectively here? Beecham to Murray. Castillo looks for his brother, finds him. He's running around the court right now. Glenbrook South flying to the ball. They're gonna foul.
I think they had 1 to give.
They do have 1 to give, so you could assume
both teams
that's why they
will
did
be
that.
in the bonus in their next fouls.
Lemont doesn't shoot free throws as well as this Glenbrook South team, so this game could come down to that. Murray finds Castillo in the backcourt.
Putting a lot of pressure.
Really good job there by the Castillo Bros to get out of it, but Glenbrook South on the break. Can they tie the game? Oh!
To finish with 1.
That bench explodes. That's huge. Rodell Davis Jr., best finish of the night. Glenbrook South, chance to take the lead with 49.4 left on the clock. We got a Jack Tosh classic here in the South Gym. Adam Hardick's awestruck, and so am I.
Chance to give them the lead, 49-49 with 49 left.
Gets it. And I said 20 seconds ago we could come down to free throws.
It
Murray
might.
almost loses it there from Castillo.
Let's have a free throw off.
Block. Lemont to the
Go
line.
for 1-1.
A 1-on-1 here though. So
First one. It's crucial for Rocas Castillo. So far he has 22 points.
not sure what's happening here. Rocas and Murray getting a little bit of a high five off at midcourt. Looks like we're gonna get a Lemont timeout. Brian, great finish here.
Some crazy back-to-back plays.
Yeah, 40 seconds left. Lemont trails by 1, but Castillo at the free throw line. 1-on-1 opportunity. First one ties it, second one takes the lead. Bum, bum, bum. So good, so good. Oh. I messed that up. That means I gotta put the mic down.
Update in the other gym, Bolingbrook is down 4 points.
What's the score in there, Simon? What's the score in there? Bolingbrook's down 4?
Life is a highway. Score is 34-30. Rolling Meadows leads Bolingbrook at halftime. In here, though, score is 49-50 with 40 seconds left. Rocas Castillo at the free throw line for 1-1.
Yeah, we could have a typical Jack Tosh finish. Behind me, Mr. Dowdy, legendary teacher here at York Community High School, joined by Simon Redfern. And as I said earlier, Adam Hardick for the Dukes. Jim filling up a little bit. Just got word. Bolingbrook trails Rolling Meadows Jack Tosh semifinal game by 4.
I did just mention that.
Oh, my apologies.
34-30 at half.
Thank you, Brian.
That one is good. Ties the game.
It's a big first free throw there because he misses that. Glenbrook South gets the rebound. Might not get another opportunity like this. Locked at 50. For the lead, connects. My goodness, he's at 24.
2 timeouts left for both teams.
Oh, that's a foul. Woo! He'll go to the line. Another 1-1. That's going to be Nick Taylor. Certainly not known for his free throw shooting, Brian, but a chance to come up really big for this Titans team.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning there. Our head coach, Rick Runes for Lemont. First free throw, good. Woo, woo. That's big. That's big.
Ties the game.
That's real big. Coach Dunn in the building. Second one good. Glenbrook South by 1. Lemont doesn't look like they're going to push the pace here.
Looks like they might hold for a game winner.
You don't know if that's a smart decision there because if you draw a foul. Oh, swatted away, and it's a foul. Glenbrook South's going to shoot at the line. That bench explodes for the Titans. Big opportunity here. Again, Lemont undefeated coming into this tournament. 13 seconds away from suffering their second loss in the season. And back-to-back. Davis at the line, but timeout Lemont.
That is a clutch block.
Yeah, and this
Glenbrook South.
This gym really becomes a lot of fun, Brian, when it gets full.
Born in the USA. "13 seconds left."
Again, in case you're just joining us, Lemont trails Glenbrook South by 1. Glenbrook South to shoot a 1-on-1 here. Castillo brothers for Lemont. 44 points to their name. And only 51 to Lemont as a whole. So dominant performance, but number 4, Nick Taylor, the leading scorer for this Glenbrook South team. And the second leading scorer, that's number 31. Gavin Marr not in the game currently right now for Glenbrook South. You would think that's to take a more defensive approach. First one good.
Makes it a 2-point game.
Second one good. It looks like you're gonna need a 3-point shot here if you're Lemont.
Which brother do you go to? Timeout taken.
That's Lamont's final timeout. Interesting call there, but not too much of a surprise, you'd think. You can draw something up here. You'd assume one of the Castillo brothers will get open, but Murray, not a bad shooter for this Hornet team. 9.5 left. Jack Tosh classic right here, folks.
Charlie, what's your favorite fruit?
I like a good peach. Hard to come by in Chicago, but I like a good peach, Brian. How about you?
I think I'm pretty basic with this one. I like a good grape every once in a while.
Grape. Okay, what color? Purple or green?
I'm gonna go purple.
Agree. Agree. Smart answer. Can't go wrong with a good purple grape. This gym certainly started to fill up. A little bit.
Just a little bit. Maybe some people spilling over from the Bolingbrook game since that's at half. Jim, the athletic trainer, comes running in.
AJ Levine for the Dukes in the building. Had a great game today against St. Pat's. Gonna go to Castillo. That's Matas. Oh, is he even gonna get the shot off? Oh my God, he hit it! Oh my God, he hit it! Oh my goodness! Wow! Castillo brothers putting on a showcase here in the South Gym.
That is the craziest 3-point attempt.
Wow!
I've just seen it at the buzzer.
You know what? That shot was on such a beeline. It looked like it might have just flown under the hoop, but sneaks it in. We've got overtime basketball here in the South Gym.
Overtime, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. You'll see that on slow shake. I can promise you that.
Will you?
Probably. I would assume so. Got some great angles down here. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You've earned some extra basketball.
Yes. Yes.
Rolling Meadows is up by 4.5. 34-30. So tie game here. Yeah, I know. There's not much to say, but an impressive performance right now from the Castillo brothers. We've said it a few times, but of course they're the reason this game goes into overtime. Of course. Deserved.
47 of 54. I couldn't tell you the last time anybody else on this Lemont team has made a basket.
Yeah.
There was a three-point shot at the buzzer at the end of the third.
Yes, there was. Wow, thank you. That is it. I believe that's it.
it.
I think everyone else went scoreless in the fourth. But we get another tip-off. You know what that means? That means we get overtime basketball. 3 overtime games in this tournament. All 3 have came in the South Gym. Glenbrook South will win the tip. Taylor, distinct height advantage, so no question he was going to win that.
Just 4 minutes in overtime. Fouls carry over, so both teams are still in the bonus.
Glenbrook South taking their time a little bit. Might want to try and keep the ball out of the Castillo brothers' hands as much as possible. Here's Taylor on the low post. Quick dish to the corner. That's a 3. That's good! Big time right there. Number 14, Rodell Davis Jr. He's came up big for Glenbrook South today. He's up to 14. Oh, wow, what a play!
Wow.
Oh! Yes, my apologies. Thought it was Lamont's ball for a second on the call. What a play. That is Glenbrook South basketball.
Throws it back in, and it goes off Beecham. Exactly 3 minutes to go.
Taylor loses it to Beecham.
Wow.
Beecham loses it right back, and he's going to foul Glenbrook South to the line. Beecham playing a little too frantic
That
right there.
Beecham is going to foul out of the game.
Wow.
Finishes the game with 0 points.
Certainly not the most efficient game from Beecham, but Lamont's going to need to put in a substitution if I'm correct. They will. And Mars still on the bench for Glenbrook South. Of course, sitting with 4 fouls, but
I'm actually not sure. He might have fouled out. It was
what?
very interesting not to see him, so I think he did.
okay, that makes sense because he didn't play at the end of the fourth either. So thanks for reminding me. I know he was sitting at 4 for a while and have not seen him in a minute. He's been really, really good for Glenbrook South. So big loss there, but Davis gets 1 of the 2 to go. Lead up to 4. You would think a 2-possession game, but with the Castillo brothers, it's seemingly anything possible. Murray given a free lane. Matas to Rokas. Rokas fouled. He's going to go to the line. If I'm correct, they're in the double bonus now as Lemont. Nope. Still just in the bonus.
As I can tell, I think Rokas Castillo has his little free throw return routine before he goes to the line. Goes and steps on the volleyball line. See it right here. There you go.
No, everyone does it a little bit differently. I think just whatever gets you in the right mindset. Castillo brothers, been a lot of fun to watch this tournament. You would think the last 2 minutes, 30 seconds, we'll get to watch them probably ever in person.
Yep.
But double overtime, certainly not out of the question, and it is still only a 2-point game. Glenbrook South with the lead. They're gonna go to the middle. Back out to Davis. Trying to feed Taylor on the low post. Backed up by Murray. Glenbrook South gonna pass up what was almost a 3-point opportunity there. No shock. Probably looking to control the clock. Usually I would think a little bit of an exaggeration, but it did look like 23 for Glenbrook South lowered the shoulder a little bit. Doesn't matter, no call. On the left wing is Davis. Davis to drive. Oh, big time finish.
Bucket.
Great defense right there by Lemont. Made it as hard as they possibly could for Davis, but he's able to finish. Minute 30 left. Lemont trails by 4. Finds Murray in the low post. Great defense. Oh, on his head. Big time rebound, number 24, Ryan Jack. Glenbrook South up by 4, a minute 15 left. Of course, in case you're just tuning in, Lemont sent the game in overtime on a wonky 3-point buzzer by Modest Castillo. But Glenbrook South dominant so far in this overtime period. Timeout Glenbrook South, good call there. Davis was trapped in the corner. Can expect a thrilling finish here, officially at the 60-second mark in this first period of overtime. Glenbrook South leads Lemont by 4. And for the first time in this overtime, we'd like to take a chance to thank today's sponsors. Today, York Sports Network stream is sponsored by the following Elmer small businesses. Kelly Stetler of Compass Realty, Elmer's Camera, which is located on Spring Road, family-owned and community-loved. Finally, the Sutter Law Group, following a personal injury and defense litigation. Big thank you to all of our sponsors here at YSN. We should get right back for some Jack Tosh basketball action.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Charlie. Coming into this game, I was quite tired after doing 4 games previously. Being here all day watching basketball. This has livened it up, lifted up for me. Yeah. Much more awake.
Been here for 13 hours now. 13 hours.
A lot.
I was at Chipotle for 20 minutes, but besides that, been here for 13 hours. Oh, great find inside. Oh, that could be your ball game, folks. The clock running. Lemont trails by 6 with 50 seconds left. Can the Castillo brothers deliver the miracle that Lemont needs?
Shoots it.
Open 3, in and out. Rebound Lemont. Fouled on the putback. I don't know if this 2 points is going to be enough, though, Brian. Mattis had an open 3 look right there, but couldn't connect.
It's going to be very interesting now.
Yeah, how will Lemont play this second free throw attempt?
Will they foul? Will they miss it on purpose?
Well,
Well, gotta make it now.
Now you gotta make it. Can diminish the lead to 5 here with this made free throw. I've cursed free throw shooters all day. Will I do it again? No, he'll make it. Lemont going a little bit smaller here, knowing they're going to need some perimeter scoring. You would think if the ball goes to Taylor, Lemont will elect a foul. Oh, almost tipped away by Lemont. It will go to Taylor. Yep, and there's the foul. As expected, 33 seconds left. Taylor will go to the line for 2 shots. Or 1 shot, my apologies. It is still a 1-on-1.
I think it might be 2. Yeah, I think it's 2.
He gets the first, you're right. Thank you, Brian. That's big. Lead grows to 6. Glenbrook South can all but put it away here at the second free throw. Taylor, big from the free throw line. Murray, quick 3, short. Rebound Lemont. Castillo, open look. Too strong. Rebound Glenbrook South. Murray to foul, but that's going to be all she wrote here, folks. 22 seconds left. Glenbrook South leads by 7. This will be Lemont's second loss on the year and their second loss in the Jack Tosh tournament, so definitely not the outing the Hornets were expecting. Castillo
Shout
brothers.
out Salient Global.
The Salient brothers clearly frustrated. I mean, they put everything you could possibly put into this basketball game.
Shot is good.
49 points between the two of them. I mean, my goodness. And
I think that's the first time I've ever seen something like that.
one of the bigger shots of the tournament by Juan Matas to push this game in overtime, but Glenbrook South just too much. Runes for 3. Can't connect. Lemont not going to foul here. Glenbrook South will dribble this out. Huge win for the Titans here at York. Their last game of the Jack Tosh and our last game here in the South Gym. Glenbrook South defeats Lemont by a score of 66-57. Lemont forced overtime on a buzzer beater, but could not execute. Glenbrook South, big win in one of the better games I've had a chance to call with my partner Brian Grant.
It was a very, very close game, honestly, up until overtime.
Yeah, overtime, Glenbrook South showed their superiority, to say the least. Dominant for the Titans in overtime. They go on to win. Of course, these teams done in the tournament. But championship Friday tomorrow. We'll have your consolation championship game. That'll take place between the St. Lawrence Vikings and the Wheaton North Falcons. You also have the third place game, which will take place in the Campbell Gym. That'll be between St. Ignatius and the loser of Bolingbrook Rolling Meadows. Right now, Rolling Meadows has a lead. Make sure to check YSN, the YouTube channel. Tune into that. That's happening right now, folks. But I'm Charlie Specht.
And I'm Brian Grant.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a pleasure. Jack Tosh Classic here. Day 5 tomorrow, Championship Friday. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night.